Soul family, long time no see. The birdie is joining me. It has been a long time since we filmed our last video, and that is because we've been very busy creating a completely new lifestyle. In our last video we were still living the van life, traveling around, exploring the world, well, exploring South Africa, and now we live in this incredible permaculture homestead, which is really what we had been dreaming and envisioning into reality. We really felt a calling to settle down. Firstly, to be able to give back to the earth, because that is something you can't do in a van. To dig our hands in the earth, in a piece of land that's our own, that we can really transform and give back to the soil, plant lots of food, medicinal herbs, to build lots of compost and to put that all back in the soil. That was really something we craved and longed for, because it had been such a big part of our life before we started traveling. We met at Pachamama, which is a beautiful community where people come to volunteer, to plant trees, indigenous trees, to work in the permaculture garden. It's an incredible space where we learned so much, planting so many trees, doing so much work in the permaculture garden, learning so much about nature. That was really an incredible experience for us. And so back then even we dreamt of having our own space where we could just build our own garden and create it the way we envision it. And so during our travels we basically called in a piece of land like this. We were initially actually looking for a big piece of land that we could build our own little tiny house on and build our own garden and transform the land. But that's not exactly what we ended up with, because within the same price range we were looking at, we actually found this place, which is really incredible. It had so many existing established fruit trees bearing hundreds of avos every year. We've got plum trees, fig trees, peach trees, grapefruit, pomegranate, orange, lemon, macadamia nut trees, and we've been planting our own now as well, some more nut and fruit trees, more varieties. So yeah, our garden has been our biggest passion. We're definitely going to be sharing a lot about our permaculture journey here. Dylan won't be as present in the upcoming vlogs because he is now working 9 to 5 every day. So I am living the housewife life and I'm actually really loving it. So it is such a blessing to be here and to live here, to be guardians of this land. So today I wanted to take you on a journey through my day. Here is a day in our lives in our permaculture homestead.
Good morning. It's another beautiful summer day in our little village in the valley. Waking up to this view every morning instantly fills my heart with so much gratitude. As usual, our dogs Eden, Koda and Astra are as excited as I am to get out there and start the day. I realized I didn't introduce myself. For those of you who are new here, my name is Tine and I'm originally from Belgium, where I studied psychology. After my studies, I traveled to South Africa, where I met the love of my life, Dylan. So I like to start my day writing down last night's dreams in my dream journal. This has really made a huge difference in how well I remember my dreams as I wake up. I believe dreams are an incredible gateway to the subconscious mind. The images that come through often carry so much symbolism and wisdom. After having breakfast with Dylan and saying our goodbyes as he leaves for work, I usually take 10 minutes to sit and meditate. I like using guided meditations that guide me deeper into the present moment, into my breath and body. Combining my meditation with a movement practice such as yoga or dance helps me to connect to my center, my body and breath throughout the day. Time to move on to my first task. Today I am harvesting elderflowers from our lush, bountiful and sweetly scented elder to make elderflower cordial, a concentrated syrup that you can add water to for a sweet and refreshing summer beverage. The elder was held sacred across Europe. The Druids regarded the tree as a gift from the Earth Mother who lived within it. The elder's flowers and berries have been used for their medicinal properties for many centuries. The flowers are known to be antiviral and anti-inflammatory. They have a calming effect on the digestive system, cleanse the kidneys, and boost the immune system. I harvest 20 heads and make sure to remove any bugs, which there were lots of. The biodiversity of bugs and birds in this garden is truly incredible. There is so much to discover every day. On my way to the kitchen, I pass by our sleepy kitten Archie. We've only had him for 2 weeks now. He is the most adventurous, playful little one, and has already befriended our 3 dogs and other cat Lily. He is the sweetest new addition to our little family. Let's start making the elderflower cordial by bringing 2 liters of water to a boil. I followed the simplest recipe I could find that used ingredients we had at home. I weigh out 600 grams of sugar, which I then add into the water. Next, I chop up 2 lemons. One of them isn't completely ripe yet. Our tree only had 1 ripened lemon on it, so I just went with it. I add the lemons to the water and bring it to a boil and then a simmer. While the water, sugar and lemons are simmering, I begin to take the elderflowers off the stems. There were still more bugs left than I thought, so a big part of the job was to remove all the beetles and green little spiders and put them outside the window. Alright, there's all our elderflowers separated from the stems. I pour the hot sugary water and lemons over the flowers. And now, we wait. I cover the mix and allow it to sit for 12 hours off heat, allowing the flowers to release their flavorful essence. After straining, the cordial looked like this. You only need a tiny bit of it with a lot of water added to make a delicious, sweet, refreshing summer drink. You can spruce it up by adding sparkling water, mint and ice to make a yummy homemade lemonade. I then catch up on some dishes and set the table for when Dylan gets home for his lunch break. His workplace is only a 3-minute bicycle ride away from home, so we can have lunch together. Today we are having avocado from our tree on scrumptious homemade bread. After his 1-hour lunch break, it's time to say goodbye to my love. I then head back out into the garden. I empty out the compost bin in our very productive compost station. Thank you, microorganisms who turn our garden and food waste into soil. You guys are epic! Next up, some weeding in our annual garden. I am preparing the garden a bit for next weekend. We're going to do a huge harvest and plant out a lot of new summer seedlings. Exciting! As you can see, our garden is fenced off. This is because there are monkeys in the area who love our fruit and veggies just as much as we do. Let's head into our food forest. I'm going to be planting out some lemon balm and peppermint in this corner of the garden. First, I loosen up the soil so their roots can easily find their way down. I've also added some extra compost for nutrients. Then I start digging a hole and plant out the lemon balm. There we go, that's the lemon balm and peppermint planted. I can't wait to add these aromatic leaves into my tea. This is our avocado tree, the queen of our garden. I'm going to be harvesting some avos now. We usually harvest a handful about every 2 weeks. Avocados only ripen after they've been picked, so we can leave them on the tree until we need more. This way we can eat an avo a day for months on end. What a blessing! After harvesting fresh herbs and some veggies from the garden, I start making dinner. We're having pasta tonight. And as I was getting dinner started, load shedding hit. For the non-South African viewers, load shedding is a nationwide South African electricity issue. The country is unable to provide enough electricity to power the whole country. The last month or so, we've had up to 6 hours of no electricity a day. Thankfully, we have a gas stove so we can still prepare our food. And cooking and eating by candlelight is actually quite cozy and romantic. Although load shedding is very inconvenient, it does take us out of our comfort zone and usual distractions. We get so used to watching movies or series in the evening, but tonight that's not an option. And so we decide to make a fire outside and sit under the stars with music and drums.
Alright friends, as I am sat here by the fire, I am going to say goodnight to you all. Thank you so much for joining me on this special day. in our lives. I hope you enjoyed watching and experiencing our new lifestyle. If you're interested in visiting us, we have a Airbnb. Our little outdoor cottage has been transformed into a comfortable, beautiful, modern cottage. You can get to kind of experience our lifestyle and our garden. You can check out the mountainous surroundings. If you're interested, there's a link below to our soul sanctuary. We also have an Instagram and Facebook page. The links are in the description. Please let me know in the comments below if you've been following us since we were living the van life, or if you've just come across our channel now. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you soon.
Thanks for watching.
Bye!
Make sure to leave a like and subscribe if you enjoyed this video and you'd like to see more. May your festive season be filled with connection, togetherness, good food, and cozy fairy lights.